Good evening. I sort of anticipated, listening to many people and the names, that other people will be covering the operational aspects of various very valuable issues came up. So what I probably decided was I will talk about a little bit more, because it's only 5-7 minutes time is there. Emerging technologies and security in government IT infrastructure. Because in the morning, since morning, there has been a school of thought, should we take new technology as it come and make ourselves vulnerable, or should we deny ourselves? Because new technologies are indeed very compelling, but at the same time, they can land us in a problem. So I was going to talk about that in 5-7 minutes. Obviously, ICT is a force multiplier, everybody agreed with that. And ICT is also brought us into such a critical information situation. We depend on it every day for everything. So all that mean, and of course we have become vulnerable. No need to say we already become. Somebody was jokingly telling me the other day, we are not as much attacked as elsewhere in the numbers, simply because our bandwidths are comparatively very modest compared to what you see abroad. Still it's not so compellingly high. So as indeed our cyber infrastructure become really, really powerful in the years to come, which we should be worried about now, we are bound to see the exponential increase in our vulnerability. This is a sure. So naturally, this is a very good time for us to be putting our house in very much order, which includes looking at the technologies, what is happening 1, 2, 5, 7 years, and see what can we do about it. Either in adopting it and putting it in a way we protect ourselves carefully, or developing it suitably as appropriate. So the one simple point is, sophistication of hackers and the tools are very much increasing. The tools are increasing, hacker tools. At the same time, it's become a commerce also. So the tools are available to, is being sold, and the actually technical knowledge that is required from a hacker is not very demanding. That's where the problem is coming. Probably he will talk about a little bit more about it. And it is not just the very fun days are over. National security, very much online services which Vijay talked about, and I talked to you about. There is a whole market how to exploit the software flaws. All this means we have landed up in a place where we need to worry about a lot. Malware, good old days, what we started with the network security and perimeter security, then identity people talked about. Biometrics. I think I've seen a detailed document about forthcoming UID, 1.2 billion people. People are very scared about the biometrics. Not necessarily about the CIDR we're talking about where the database is going to be stored, but the registrar, sub-registrar, the whole thing is going to be open into a Pandora box. I'm sure every problem there is a solution, but that it's not going to be easy panacea for all. And then of course smart card, and then cryptography is another issue, cyber forensics. I'm so glad one area which is nicely blossoming is cyber forensics. Mobile security is yet to, the box is yet to be opened. We are going to see the mobile transaction. We have not seen it at all. Of course, application software development. And then at the time of writing the application software itself, building security as a process. And then Web 2.0 and web services. Privacy and consent. Legal, regulatory and compliance aspect. As a nation, we are not bothered about our privacy at all. But you don't think you can see the same. None of us will feel the same way about privacy. I can guarantee in 3-4 years from now, when all our health records are out there and people can access things. So there it begins to health compromise. People are thinking that only financial records are very sensitive. Even health records can be very sensitive. Elsewhere it is so. So the few things which are issues are, for instance, the whole gamut of things. Somebody asked the question, how long will it take for us to respond? I'll put it this way, how long for us to take for us, now that today's paper talked about, the group in Spain has been caught, today's paper, news. And they were operating in 190 countries. That is almost millions of computers, they were handling it remotely. So I think from one side botnet, another side you can call as RFID, mobile, removable storage device, whole host of things, vulnerabilities. How long will it take? Somebody tells you, can you worry about this and sort it out for me? From a technology side to implementation side to audit side to how do I go about it? Each one alone takes some time to get your act together. So there is one set of topics. Second set is about identity verification, access management, directory technologies, identity administration, identity audit. Each one is a subject in which the technology spanning is going in a very big way. Like, for instance, somebody mentioned about for and anti-cloud computing. Single sign-on, you can't be signing on in so many devices simultaneously. So single sign-on is something everybody is talking about. So that in turn will mean a whole corresponding level of identity management and audit and related issue come into picture. And technology, you need to worry about how you handle the tokens. It will be one time, multiple times, and things of that kind. So that again is a set of topics. Second is, of course, Internet is the one which started the whole ball game all over again. I mentioned earlier about Internet portion of it. But today the worry is not just the Internet, network portion of it. It's more to do with the host, what happens, at the desktop what happens, and the application software what happens, databases what happens, the data what happens, and a whole range of things. That's how, along with IPv4, we did not switch out IPv6 for various reasons, which IPv4 was not built for that kind of a security in those days of design. It's more than 35, 40 years old, the design. Whereas V6 is comparatively newer and better handled to position to security. So it's another issue. And of course, wireless LAN is some amount of there. Private LAN, MPLS based, one set of way they handle it. Then Internet itself, SSL and IPsec VPN. And of course, in day to day, we all think every mobile phone has got a camera. You don't know who is watching you. You don't know, how the smartphone is working for you or working. So we need to worry about your daily usage, so many gadgets, so many things. So there are a whole host of issues, whole host of design issues to protect ourselves from the technology, from the ubiquity of the whole world that we need to worry about. Then of course, when you office in the office or otherwise, where to use the, whether by design or by policy, Wi-Fi, because in Bombay, Wi-Fi problem was there. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cell phone, RFID, in the camera, the mobile built-in camera, where you can do, all these issues are there. Whether you do it by policy or by technology, you need to be implementing a policy, including recently one of my colleagues from CDAC Hyderabad had sent about what they had developed for your memory stick. You cannot take out anything from that, and if it is a policy that will enable that. So there are many tools and gadgets. If you want to do, they are coming up. So that's another topic area. And of course, the statistics show applications with the passage of time, the business dependence on insecure web has increased. So which means the probability of a web application is being misused is increasing as the overall percentage. That's partly because I think the nature of developers are not adequately equipped because it's so easy to develop. One of that which is triggered it is the SOA, software as a service, and Web 2.0, the mashups, all these things will enable people to build applications very quickly, not the traditional way where you build it very carefully. So from the user side also, the mobile, chat room, blogs, all of them is made. Collaboration is the name of the game. When you all these technologies which are collaboration, what it also means, originally you thought organization means this particular physical setup in the building. Now the organization is wide-ranging. Everybody is actually encouraged to collaborate. Enterprise also, originally they thought only the employees belonging to that. So now it's all in the nature of creativity, ideation. So it's much wider. So it's also a nightmare from security point of view. So whether it's an IP or information leak or, the whole lot of problem coming as a result of that. Then let me put the last subject on this set of things. I have skipped mobile related and biometrics, but specifically on virtualization, which is much talked about, and the next chapter of the same thing is on cloud. Why people talk about cloud? While Vijay doesn't like cloud, apparently. You like cloud? Okay, fair enough. Okay, the reason why people talk about cloud, whether you like it or don't like it, is what happened in IIM Ahmedabad business. IIM entrance exam. I think given the exponential growth in the volume, more successful your application, you are in trouble. He gave a good example of that. More successful your exam, your application, it doesn't scale. So the cloud is one people are talking about, whether it's infrastructure or a platform or an application, whatever that is, wherever it is, you can scale well, and still when the traffic comes down, still you pay less for it. So economics makes it attractive, scalability makes it possible, and the business model are promised to be built in a very affordable way. So all this means there is a whole, everybody is going towards it. But the problem about that is also, you don't know where your data is. And it is not within your organization, within your data center where it is. Cloud, in one simpler common man's lingo, it's the data center is out there in the cloud. It's like we all had a mental block towards outsourcing in the early days. But foreigners are doing outsourcing to India and we're very happy about it. But they're doing lots of checks and cross checks of very kind. So cloud, concern about security in the cloud is a current topic with researchers, with vendors, with the users, everybody. So it's going to take a couple of years for the whole thing to be, the game has to be completely come out. Surely there will be solutions will come out, but it's a very complicated, elaborate operational blueprint, RFP blueprint, technology blueprint, and different players are out there. Cloud is not a one-player game, multiple players game. So I think in short, to summarize, I think technologies which going to spill out there of a variety of kinds, we are not going to stop it. So, but what we can definitely do is, thanks to this conference and many more that are coming up every other week, we have become highly security aware. So we can think about things before they come rather than wait for it. Whether you're a builder of technology, a user of technology, or a user of an operational setup, whichever way, we can all protect ourselves thinking of security in the number one time. Thank you.